blah blah blah. I can't live without the music. Music is so a big part of my life, my moods, my vibes, tones, how I feel. I spend maybe half of my life listening to music at the night when I'm going to bed. I put music on, not loud, but enough to hear the melody. But now I usually sleep in silence. But sometimes I can go to sleep with music or podcast or some lecture or movie even. And music, it's always like more fun. When you have free time, you can listen lecture or podcast or interview, or you can listen music. And music is funny, pleasure, melody and extra enjoyment. Not only by some instruments or extra sounds like to give you some emotion, but also quality sound design of their voices and intonations. So when you listen it pleasure. And I'm very picky, yes, in what I listen. Download some music and cut the pieces out and listen on the parts that I like. Any bullshit I cut out. Bullshit for me, maybe, like, I don't mind. There is always this question, to listen music or to not listen music. If I listen music, I have fun, and but not having the extra educational information inside my head. It's always a question what to do. I'm like, cut the pleasure out and do the hard work first and work. But there are no limits of cool stuff, yes, in life, and you can 100 of your lives, and you need to do some balance between plus minus and be happy. So fucking amazing. Music, it's poetry, the person standing in the world, sharing views in such a format, and usually it's relatively short and elegant. A certain beauty, sacrifice like a lot of being kind or smart or sensitive or real, for being more for money, for fun. You have this trade of pleasure and the reality. And a lot of music is very much about pleasure, and so stupid songs, and like you listen to them and banana. It's fun. I also listen to a few podcasts just for the non-cyclicality. And it's all about shopping for some vibes, yes. But be like super smart about things. You have to protective your inner beauty. Abusive relationships. Toxic, yes, and dichotomy, yes, ideal world and the real world, yes. It's not like I am not ideal all the time, but to make dream true. Petition, yes, also it was like social, yes, relationships and streets are super cold, and people, I mean, maybe we're all evil, and like what this depressive train of thought understood and still understanding levels and details me as a human and any of us can do in this world, how our organism, we as a group and big group and group as humanity on the planet. That understanding helps me to protect in competition. Not be like reactively angry when someone angry on me or just around for whatever reasons. And not be engaged in this cycle of to a certain moment I thought like, I'm that alone in my understanding about this shit. And not only understanding, but also feeling. I still had hope, but I had this doubt about, am I alone who is so kind and feel like that this is bullshit? And second, like, am I alone who understand that this is bullshit and how this bullshit works? Am I alone that this is bullshit works this way, people this way, I'm this way, we're different, and to have like successful positive relationships, we all engage in this bullshit, and we need to tolerate this bullshit on a certain level and behave in such a manner. It was a lonely time. I discovered that I'm not alone, and like many people like me. When you're so different from the others, like for a long time you think that you are like around clap, hands. Narcissism, yes, narcissism is like a thing. Your relationship with your mirror became very lovely. Now when I see someone who has similar traits as me, I'm very like falling in love. In time, when I started to find a lot of people like me, my newsfeed or bubble in what I live now consists of people like me, feels life like me, and very, very lovely. I am super happy. Also about the bullshit. Bullshit is very much about control, to manage situation, to produce some results, compromise and business. Very, very anger and bubbling, bursting, chaotic. For me, it's not like I ignorant or carelessness, yes, or some kind of self-irony and this is all performances. I also love it. I love everything that I do. Grateful for my ability to engage and to understand, to feel and sense and whatever happens with me. You do what you want. Sometimes I can feel like an invitation or inspiration, opportunity to have some fun together. And maybe this fun can be evolved in something more profound and monumental. Sometimes I can't like control myself, so I try to control something else outside of me, and it goes where it goes. Or sometimes like you can control yourself, ask me to control you, it goes where it goes outside of. In those moments outside of my control, I can influence them, but I can control everything, but still I'm involved. There is me engaged in that. When things are like doubtful or maybe dangerous or like, and I'm affected, I become nervous. This moment, I'm very like calm about it. But like a lot of us with problems about it, and I'm calm about it too. Supportive and helpful in those moments. If you're very prone to nervousness, because I went through this depressive phase, I also was very nervous and anxious about like engagement. When I see that other people are some kind of nervous, I am okay with that, and